Hey everyone, I'm Dan from Ballarat Medieval Combat. Welcome to another episode of Historical Weapons Tested. Today, we've got a mean battle axe from Hammer and Scales. If you like what you see in the test and you would like one for yourself, check the description. There's a link to their Facebook page and you can get into contact with them. Now, stick around to the end of the episode and you'll see Rob give a tour of his workshop at Hammer and Scales. Some pretty cool stuff and he's got a lot of equipment. It's pretty interesting. All right, I'll pass it over to Rob and he can give you a rundown of the history and the use of the weapon. Enjoy the episode.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob from Hammer and Scales, and I'm here in my workshop to give you guys a bit of a breakdown of one of the weapons used in the weapons test. So this is a replica of a standard type of battle axe from the 14th and 15th century. It's not a particular museum find, but it's based on the shapes of the ones seen in multiple museums and manuscript finds and artwork. So it's got a high carbon steel blade that's been welded to a forged mild steel socket with a nice sort of ovate shape there on a octagonal spotted gum haft. So the whole thing's up probably about 1.5 meters long all up. Blade's about 40 centimeters top to bottom and features this sort of wicked swept up top spike that as you'll see in the videos is just absolutely lethal. These weapons were primarily used by infantry in large blocks to just absolutely hew whatever was standing in front of them. They possess an awful lot of chopping power because they've got a decent bit of weight, but it's all put behind quite a thin blade. This blade's about, I think, 5 mil thick at the spine, tapers down to about 3 mil just behind the edge before the second taper, second bevel, sorry. And these things are capable of a phenomenal amount of chopping power, especially on such a long haft. It's fairly easy to use, it's fairly mobile, it's not hideously overbalanced. With a nice hardwood like spotted gum, the point of balance isn't sitting too far back. It feels very nice in the hand, but yeah, it will absolutely chop through whatever it's standing in front of at the time.
So a chunk of pork shoulder with Jake Sol Gambison. So testing that against Rob's new toy that he made. Give it a good hit, Rob. Oh shit.
Well,
let's see what we're
Oh.
Wow, yeah.
clean through the Gamby.
Oh!
Oh, okay. It didn't go through the bone, but went
Pretty well into the meat. Pretty hard into the meat. And
that's where the bone is. Like it is
I think it's stopped at the bone, and probably
I can see a little bit of bone on the. Oh no, is that? Yeah, I think that's a little bit of bone.
That's probably
on
the point the knot failed and it just started spinning, I'm guessing.
I think it's sort of the same with my cut. Just.
We don't have to tie it down again.
Oh!
Did we lose some meat on the roof?
That was beautiful.
Almost got it in the bowl roll.
Nearly took out my beer. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, that would have been bad. Just like clean through.
I think the Gambison's seen better days.
No.
This is the best day to test it.
Oh, we can actually have it.
Yes, that stopped at the bone. That's from the first cut.
Yeah.
And then the second cut has gone clean through the bone.
Oh, nice.
And just kept going out the other side.
Very well done.
Not much resistance on it.
Yeah. Gonna go try and thrust first.
Dan versus pork shoulder.
It did.
It's pocked through the partly.
No, that was directly into bone.
Yeah, no, I can see from here.
I can't make out blade on the other side. Yeah.
I mean, if we pull it out, we'd pop it through.
No, you don't have to talk to me.
Yeah, you're well like that.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't getting too close.
That was just jammed in bone too.
So the stab goes through the bone. How far did it go in?
Centimetre or two?
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Went like
Part of the thing. Wow.
Yeah.
out that far.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yep.
I mean, it's definitely not a better way to listen to the fire. Oh, is it? Oh no, that's sorry, that's burning the paper. Here we go. It's what paper?
I heard a meat chunk.
I think it was just this splitting apart, man. You went clean. That was the scapula breaking through.
Yep. That right there is bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we're done.
Yeah, there's not much light. It's getting very grainy. Dude, don't cut this way. It's gonna go into me or the garage.
And go.
And the poor doggo. Onto the car. Onto the car.
The old car.
Onto the car. Hit it onto the car, motherfucker.
Good luck.
Or the neighbour's yard.
Very impressed.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. That's hanging on by.
Get it now.
I think the problem with it is you're going upwards. You need to go down.
Yeah.
Cut
I'll
now.
go down this one.
Yeah, fire smoke help. Yeah, that's on fire. Just put it on. Oh, okay. Gas fire.
There you go. Chock.
That was too easy.
I want to do just one last
Kind of hurt my shoulder because there was no resistance. It's better for my camera than my eyes. Oh. Just so even light cuts if you get actually the strike. Just remove meat in it.
Get all over our room.
Yeah. No more pork.
Nah, still chunks left. Chuck it in the chunk pile. Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Cut that off.
How do you like your toy, Rob?
Good toy. Great. Oh, there's chunks of meat on my toy. Hey folks, welcome to the workshop. Thought I'd give you a bit of a walk around, show you what all my tools are and how I get around in here. Starting off, forge uses for tools and hammer making. Standard 9 kilo gas bottle forge. You get the burners from Gamaco. Works an absolute treat. Used it to make hammers, axes, all that sort of thing. Parts for helmets as well. Next up, 34 48 inch grinder. I use this for damn near everything, all my knives, beveling axes, sharpening axes, as well as pretty much all my polishing work. It's an absolute workhorse. Saves you a ton of time. Have an Ashby with a linear attachment. Can use Scotch-Brite belts on these, wire wheel to polish things up, put in polishing wheels. It also gets a ton of use. Angle grinders, absolute workhorse for the workshop. I prefer Ben's Brosh, but yeah, you can use whatever. Great for cutting out armour, polishing armour, flat discs, you know, does whatever. This is sort of like my absolute everything bench. I've just got a bench vise whacked down here, but it also doubles as my welding table, and I have multiple dishing forms and tools that I slot into holes here. So this gets used for absolutely everything. If I'm engraving, just lock things up in here. So the hammer, you would see in one of the other videos, I did all the engraving just in here with some hand tools. This is the sort of first bit of specialty armourers here that have in my workshop. It's 1,000,001 different hammers. Every single one of them, believe it or not, has a use. I've got things here that are new, custom made. This is by Radoslaus in Poland, who's an amazing armourer. I've got some pieces in here that originate from the sort of 1800s, traditional armourers' hammers, as well as just when I got started, you know, it's just went down to Bunnings, got some ball peen hammers and shaped them up to do what I need. And then the main purpose here is this is my Oxy LPG setup. So I've got a gas saver built into that's all built in underneath here, as well as the bottles hidden away. but I do all my hot work here. So you can see on these shoulders, they've got heat scale and everything all over them. So I heat them up on the heat them up on the hot bench, take them over, work them over a dishing stump, or whichever of my anvils and tools I need. Yeah, so great tool for doing sheet metal work and specifically for armourers. Yeah. And then yeah, the anvils and stakes. I've got 2 anvils at the moment, 100 kilo anvil from Blair Walker in London pattern. This is awesome. I use it for all my heavy duty forging, as well as bigger pieces like breastplates. Small 50 kilo canker anvil. This is just sort of like an all-rounder. It's my first anvil, I've had it for years. Absolute workhorse. And then stake tables. One of the sort of specialty things about being an armourer is you need lots and lots of different shapes. So I have 1,000,001 stakes here. Everything from things I custom made up, bits of tooling for forging, for complex shaping of things like greaves and van braces. And then even more of them. Like here underneath some belts. Yeah, everything from fluting creasing stakes to half conical to a whopping great T-bars. And these things just slot in as I need them in there, and they can then be worked over. Yeah, Curious hanging up. That was that's a piece for myself that I haven't had a chance to test out yet, unfortunately due to coronavirus. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else is just tons of abrasive belts and everything stored, hanging up on the walls. Go over here, I've got all my nuts, bolts, washers, leather dye, more belts, and more PPE files, that kind of stuff. So thanks very much, guys. Enjoy.